Hello y'all, welcome to another episode of Lily's Sizzling, and tonight we're going to be making chicken and rice. It's a Singapore recipe actually, so it's one of those kind of Asian influenced recipes coming from Singapore. It's actually one of their most famous dishes over there, and you can get it like anywhere from what I've been reading and from what people tell me. So this is a really good dish, and what we're going to do here is we're going to start with this chicken and some vegetables here, and we're going to prepare to stuff this chicken with some vegetables, and we're going to prepare the chicken to go into this pot of water. We're going to of course serve that on the side with some rice, and we're going to be using a lot of neat seasonings for this. So we're going to start with over here some green onions. I'm going to chop up. Got my knife. And I'm not going to chop them up all the way, I'm just going to clean the green onions, and we're going to tie them in a knot and stick them in the chicken. Some rings of ginger and some salt here, and we're going to basically rub our chicken in salt, kind of exfoliating his skin. This is all kind of going into a broth too. So take a little pinch of salt, rub that way. Okay, cameraman, here, give me a little tiny pinch of salt. Your hands aren't all gross. I don't have to wash. There you go, thank you. A little bit of salt. Exfoliate his skin with salt. Now we're going to take here, we're going to stuff his cavities up with garlic and with green onions. Get all fancy here and put in a little knot. And we're going to get this big old green onion. Tie them up long in there. And the last green onion here. And as you can see, I've got a good big pot of water already boiling. We're going to put the ginger inside of him, and then we're going to season the water in a few seconds. Carefully put him in, leaving his butt up in the air. And you want to fill your pan up about halfway. If you notice, I got the perfect amount of water first try. It didn't overflow or overfill. You're not going to fill the whole pan up with water, of course, because then your chicken is going to, you're going to get boiling water all over yourself, and that will be terrible. So you have our chicken here. He's in a salt bath with all that beautiful garlic, ginger, and green onions. He's going to boil. We're going to season this up in a few seconds once I wash off my hands. And then we're going to start preparing basically all of our vegetables that are going to go into our rice and the sauces for that. And then about midway through this chicken, we're going to basically start frying up our rice and getting our rice ready to go along with them. So we're going to get our water seasoned up next for a while. Alright folks, so I'm going to basically do something special here with this water here, and he's already kind of in a salt bath, but I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning salt, because if you know, when you have chicken stock, when you buy it from the store or whatever, it has a little bit of salt content to it, and you can't avoid that as much as low salt as you want to go. And we're going to put some pepper into this stock here. Now, a lot of this water is going to kind of cook out through steam, so you're going to notice your water level is going to deplete a little bit over time. This is going to make a really good stock, because we're going to use this stock in our rice. I want a little bit of olive oil. And then I want you to add just a little bit of sesame oil. I mean, and a little goes a long way, and that's going to help bring out a lot of those Oriental Asian flavors there with the sesame oil, because it's a very, I don't know, it depends on if you've cooked with it. I mean, it has a really good strong smell, and it brings out the flavor of the dish too. You really can't go without it, especially in Korean recipes especially, and this is Singapore, so we're kind of over there on that side of the continent. So anyways, we're going to be putting a lid over this. He's going to come to a boil, and a very gentle boil. So we're going to get a couple components here ready. We're going to be working on rice, soup, and sides, and so it's going to be a couple little of these dishes up here I'm going to fill up with some different things. So right now we're going to get vegetables ready for rice. This is for cooking the Singapore chicken rice. I'm going to add in a little bit of cilantro into the rice. So I'm going to have a little dish here ready for some cilantro. We're going to add in some ginger in the rice. That's a pretty good amount. Ginger goes a long way. We're going to dice this ginger up pretty finely. Oh goodness, it smells awesome. I'll smash it. Get that garlic peel on off of there. And Hulk smash. Arr. New garlic will extend in my way.
What voice was that?
I don't know what
Is that
voice.
Pirate Hulk?
Pirate. Yeah, I'm a garlic pirate.
Pirate Hulk?
Yeah, I'll put it over my eyeball like a patch. I'll have a garlic patch. Alright, so we're going to dice up some garlic. These right here would be the vegetable component for our rice. We'll work on our rice sauce, which will go into this one, coming up here in a few minutes. And so next I'm going to get soup ingredients ready. Some soup ingredients here. I almost forgot to add some green onions here for our rice. So these two will be going for our rice dish. And then we'll have some green onions and cilantro as well for our soup. So soup is simple. Basically, we're just going to season up the broth a little bit more, make it into really nice little cups of soup, and we're going to garnish the tops of the soup bowls with little bits of green onion. Notice how I'm chopping it smaller. And there we have it. She is boiling and simmering. You can turn her down now. That little chickadee is cooking in there really nice, folks. So anyways, here will be for soup. The soup is going to be, rice and soup. We're going to add in just a little pinch of cilantro and green onions. I'm just going to kind of mix this up like that. So you kind of get an equal amount when you put your hand in there and top it off. That's really nice. Okay, soup and that. All right, and now on the side of chicken rice, there's usually cucumber and tomatoes that you put on the side of it. So I particularly don't eat cucumber, but for those who like cucumber, we're going to basically make it traditionally like that. So we're going to get out our cucumbers next and get that ready and have our side dish items ready that we're going to put onto the plate to garnish it with. And then after that, we're going to get the sauces ready for the rice. So I'm going to set up the sauce over here and basically all the prep work is going to be done. So we're just going to be waiting on our chicken. So here, folks, is a cucumber. This is not a zucchini, and we're going to make some cucumber shreds. So kind of like that, you get the point. I'm just going to sit here and shred up these cucumbers so we can put them on the side of the dish here, and then we're going to get the tomatoes ready too to go with them. All right, folks, so this is our little bit of cucumber here. Add just a little bit of sriracha over the tops of him, and a little bit of salt. There we go. Throw the rest over her shoulder for good luck. Alrighty, and now tomato time. So we're going to dice up a tomato here. Cut it however you want. I'm just going to try to cut it nice. So maybe some tomato slices. Like that. Tomato strips. That would be better. Yeah, like that. Like little tomato strips. That looks presentable and nice. Yeah, so let's go with tomato strips tonight, folks. Like that. Tomato strips. There we have it. That's one tomato. And we're going to do the same thing with this guy to make him strip better. There we go. Oh, he's nice and juicy. This is a really nice tomato. I love tomatoes. This is one of the only fresh fruits that I can eat.
That's fun.
Yep.
Sounds like Lana's having fun in the background.
It does. She's giggling really, really good. Alrighty, folks, and some tomato slices. No sriracha needed on the tomatoes. Oh, I had more tomato than I had bowl. Let's see if I can get some of this juice at the top of them. There we go. Yeah, get back in there, no escapees. Nice bowl of tomatoes, and we have sriracha and cucumbers. That will be for our side of our chicken rice, and we have our soup, and we have our rice right there. So now we're gonna start working on the sauce for the rice, and we're gonna get that sauce up ready, and that will be for when we're frying the rice up. And our chicken, basically, he is cooking, and he's doing really nice. I want to show him here to you. He's just doing along, doing his thing. Kind of a little, yeah, kind of just a little boil on there. I've got him on medium. I just leave him covered, pull up the cover so it doesn't overboil, and that's why I just sit there doing every few minutes and just letting him cook along. So let's get our sauce up ready for our rice, and basically we're just about done. We're just waiting on this chicken, and we'll just have to cook some rice. All right, y'all, so we're back here, and we're gonna basically make some sauce here to go with our rice that we're gonna fry our rice in. So we're gonna take about 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. You could also make this to go along the side of your rice, or you can fry it in it, and just, so there's 2 ways that you can serve it. I'm just gonna fry it directly in there. Some honey, about 3 spoonfuls of honey. You can use brown sugar if you like. So there we go with our honey. And we're going to use some rice vinegar here. About 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. There we have it. And then we're going to use some of this sesame oil. A good spoonful or so of the sesame oil, and it makes it really toasty and nice. And then some sriracha. And a little bit of ginger. A little tiny bit of minced ginger. Kind of just helps bring out that flavoring. If you don't have fresh ginger, you can use powdered ginger. I just put a little pinch of ginger, powdered ginger in there to compensate. Basically, we're going to mix and whisk this around, and this makes a really good sauce. So you can serve this on the side in like a little dish so people can kind of control it and get their chicken in it, or you can just fry your rice in it. So I'm going to maybe, I'll think about it. Maybe we can do both. Look at that guy. Oh, heck yeah. That chicken's cooking really good in there, folks. Really, really nice chicken. Alright, so this smells absolutely delicious. It's like similar to a Korean barbecue sauce. So that's what we're going to be using right there, our sauce. So we got everything ready to go here. So we're just going to be waiting on our chicken here. We're going to get our rice on up, and we're going to have tea, and we're going to have make the soup. The soup is easy. It's just basically broth with some of that on it. Once this chicken here gets up to temperature, and it's starting to cook really good, so you can see it in there, and he's cooking. He won't get to that like a roasty color like when I roast him and stuff, but he will cook, and we'll take a meat thermometer and test him out here. We're about 20 minutes into the chicken. He takes about 45 to an hour to finish. All right, so coming up next, we're going to do rice, tea, and soup, and chicken, and put all this together. Okay, we're going to do our rice here, and we're going to start off our skillet here, and I've got it, and it's heating on up really warm. We're going to add in our stuff for our rice. You can hear that sizzle right away. We're going to toast our rice. That's about 3 cups. I add just a little bit more oil over the top. Okay, so we're going to toast this rice on it. And basically it's going to kind of get like a light brown. We've got our chicken here. Our chicken's reading 160 degrees. So our chicken's done. We've got all those beautiful vegetables, the ginger, the garlic, all that stuff in there, the green onion. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab some of our sauce here that we made. That's very reminiscent of a Korean barbecue sauce. And we're going to add a little bit of this right on into it. Save a little bit for dipping our meat in. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells good. So while we've got a good sizzle going on this, we're going to let this toast. This is uncooked rice. And then we're going to cook it with about 4 cups of this chicken stock here once we get a good toasting on this rice and those vegetables get done. And then we're going to cook it in there and then steam it until it's done. So that's our rice right there getting started up. Our chicken here, as you can tell when our chicken starts getting done, you're going to be able to tell fairly easily. Let me get my chicken spoon here. And you're just going to be able to know because he's going to get so tender and he's going to kind of float. His vegetables are done, and you're just going to see he can fall apart pretty easily here. You can just press on him, things that fall apart. He shreds easy and good. I can shred him with the spoon. So we want to keep his integrity, so don't move him around too much. And we're going to get started here on our tea. We got our teapot here. We're going to start our teapot off here about a 6. I'm going to put in some bags of tea here. Go with oolong if you got it. Oolong or black tea. Tonight we're doing black tea. So we've got 4 bags of black tea to cook. And there we have it. String one up together. Some black tea. There, don't want that near the burner. Okay, so we've got black tea going. We've got our fortune cookies. We have our rice over here toasting away, getting all nice and good. See how he's toasting? Look at that. That's exactly what you want to see. Now flip them. And you're going to get the other side nice and toasty, just like that. You want your rice to toast throughout. Another 2 or 3 minutes on this rice. We're going to start pouring in some stock. Oh, he's getting nice and golden. See those golden pieces, folks? That's what you want to see. Just like that. Nice and golden. Okay, we can go ahead and stick our stock in there. I'm going to say that's pretty good. We got about half of it nice and golden colored. That way we can keep his integrity so it doesn't burn. We're going to start stock. This is 2 cups. 2 cups of stock. We're going to use our spoon over here. We're going to get out 2 more cups of stock. Be careful when doing this. Just splash around. Spoon yourself 2 cups of stock. Add that in there. And we're going to turn it down to a low and let it simmer. It takes a few seconds. If I had a bigger measuring cup, I would have had it all done at one time. Alrighty. A couple cups of stock there. I'm going to turn this down to a low. I'm going to let him simmer and give him a good stir. Alright folks, so I'm going to start getting our plate ready here. We're going to start with a little bit of tomato. and some of this cucumber guy, just like that. Alrighty, and when we're going to start preparing our soup here in a few seconds, I'm going to show you how to do that. So you want to get your tomato and your cucumber ready, and then basically our chicken and our rice and our soup. Okay, so we're going to get some soup here. It's basically just this broth. I'm going to shred a little bit of chicken too into it. There's that. We'll get just a little bit of pepper and shred some chicken on up into him, but you want to take the broth and do that. And we're going to add in some green onions and the cilantro in there. Alright folks, I'm going to put a little bit of sauce here in one of these little bowls. This will be for dipping your chicken or your rice into it. Here we have it, a little bit of that sauce. And everything here is just about done. So I'm going to come over here in a second and grab some forks and maybe a knife here. I'm just going to shred some chicken. We're going to get this chicken cut up onto this plate. Look at that meat. That is
just falls out the bowl.
Yeah, it's just falling. Look at that. Oh, here. Let's get this over here onto this plate. Cut it up a little bit. Oh, that looks delicious, folks. I'm going to add half white, half dark. Serve the rice up. Here, I'll put this closer to that. And we're going to put the rice all right here. And the tea's just about ready too. So, yep, here, get your teacup out and ready here. Look at that rice, folks. That's just beautiful rice. All right, folks, this wraps it on up. We started off here with that chicken. We gave that chicken a salt bath and some sea salt. We put them on in there. We tied up some ginger, some green onions, and some garlic inside of them. And then after that, we started out with, we seasoned our broth, and we used a bunch of different seasonings for our broth. We used some sesame oil, and we used some, it was pepper and garlic and all that good stuff that went in there, some extra seasoning salt. So we made that beautiful broth here that you see that we use for our soup and our rice. And then we basically got our rice ready, 3 cups of rice. We toasted our rice. We used that sesame oil mix there that we made with sesame oil. It was ginger. It was the soy sauce, the honey, and all that, and sriracha, and that made the rice here. We used the cucumbers and the tomatoes here to side up our plate here of chicken rice, and I put some sriracha and sea salt over the cucumbers. And of course we made our soup here with our cilantro and our green onions, and we have our sauce here and our beautiful chicken that just shredded right up with some fortune cookies and some black tea. So I hope you like another episode of Lily's Sizzling. Send me your thoughts, your ideas, your suggestions. Come watch us on sizzletastic.com, youtube.com/therocksheart, youtube.com/Lily Sizzling. Like us on Facebook, please. Facebook.com/sizzletastic. I put recipe cards and some neat little tidbits on there once in a while, stills of episodes that haven't been released yet, and so you can always get some good stuff off of there too. And as always, Channel 77 in Seattle, and keep it sizzletastic, y'all. Thank you for watching. This is going to be an excellent, excellent episode. Singapore, chicken and rice right there. Sizzletastic. See y'all soon. Bye, y'all.